Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. Today I've got the new Figure Rise WarGreymon Amplified model kit. So this is a treat for me because I thought this was going to be one of those models that just ends up disappearing into the ether. It was originally shown off years ago when they released the Omegamon model and then disappeared, and the Omegamon model came back recently and he brought WarGreymon with him. So why don't we take a look in the box and we'll get him started to be built. So rather than sit and tear through all the crinkling, the wrapping, we pulled all the runners out. You can see there are 13 frames in 6 different colors, including polycaps and a small sticker sheet. Let's get started on the kit. Here we have the pieces for the head. Horns are 2 pieces. We have the central head. The hair consists of 4 parts. This one has a long peg, and then it plugs into the bottom. These 2 strap on top of it. This is the neck, and then we're going to be using both the eyes for number 1 on this piece right here, and then we're going to be using stickers 2, 3, and 4 on the inner parts of the horns. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Here is the finished head. You do have a little bit of flexibility with the hair. There is a hinge there, as well as on the neck. You can see I was worried that the eyes were going to look kind of silly, but with the armor placement, looks pretty decent. I remember having to paint the horns way back when, so I'm kind of like happy they had stickers included for that. But on to bigger and better things. Let us build the body. Here are the pieces to make the upper torso. Here is the upper half with the back parts here. You have the front chest armor with the stitch. We are going to be using these 2 spiral ones right here to go in there for the thrusters, and then we have the lower torso armor as well. So we're going to put that all together, and then we're going to pop the head on top. Here is the finished torso. Nice, easy, big chunks. And it's interesting that the head has a kind of hook-on clip to get attached there. I'll go ahead and do that in a moment, and then we are going to get started on the arms. Here you can see the arms all parted out in front of us. They're basically exactly the same. You can also see here that we've got the head attached. It's got a good amount of movement to it, which is always appreciated. And we are in business. So we're going to put the arms now together and we'll see how that looks. Here are the finished arms, and I gotta point out, this is actually, I forgot the inner piece of the shoulder guard, and what's kind of cool is that it's actually all locked in by the outer yellow frame of it. Keeps everything in place. Nice posability, pretty flexible, good size. We're gonna get that attached, and it looks like it's time for the legs next. And that's what it looks like with the arms attached. On to the legs. Now, the leg is going to be the most complex part. You can see here, starting at the top, that's the upper thigh, and then we have the bands. Whoa! These bands surround that, and then there's the inner knee. We have the main lower leg. We have the bands or tubes that go on the back, and their coverings. We have the armor on the bottom. We have then the shin guards, and then the actual foot. Now, I took the liberty of going ahead and building the other one, and you can see it's pretty bulky and chunky, and it does have a nice sense of movement. I do like the fact that the shin armor is quite flexible there. There's a lot going on. So nice, solid piece, very colorful, and still well detailed. So if you wanted to take a Gundam pen to it, it's going to work out well. Let's get this other one built, and then it's time for the waist, and we can finally put everything together. So here are all the waist parts. Basically, we have to build the inner waist parts, then we put the armor, and then the hip armor actually attaches to the red tubing there. So we're going to get that all put together, and then we'll see what our Greymon is looking like. Here's the finished hip armor. I feel like there's not a whole lot of movement available, and that's kind of the way these pieces lock everything down. But it is what it is. We have the last sticker back there for a plug of some sort, and we're going to go ahead and build our guy. And the bulk of our Greymon is done. And he is a big kit. How big is he? Well, here is an SD Zeku next to it. But even more interestingly, I found the remains of the old Band Presto model that was a prize, God, I don't know how many years ago, almost 20 years ago probably. Anyway, that's what remains of it, so you can see him is laid down here. A side-by-side comparison. I did actually paint him, but you can see just the bulk. He's big, he's thick, he actually got some heft to it. So since he's part of the Figure Rise, he has a lot of design techniques used when they made like the Dragon Ball models, and I forgot to mention he had little stickers for his thumbnails there. But just pretty darn impressive and very game or anime accurate, I should say. But we're still not done. Next up is the shields. I'm gonna make his wing slash shield thingy. Here is what a wing looks like unassembled. And here's what one looks like obviously assembled. It's got a funky little gimmick that doesn't want to cooperate with me at the moment. There we go. But it opens up into actual wings and then there we go. Somewhat collapses down. I'll figure it out when I'm using more than one hand. But that's it. We're gonna put those on and then it's time for the claws. Some stickers and he's finished. And there's the claws. And there is the shield attached. And we'll get those claws on and he is done. And the claws are on. And I gotta say, we've seen a lot of progress in model kits since this guy came out. I'm really happy with it. I mean, this is a nice kit. I mean, slap it on a base, use it as like a Chaos Blood Knight or something, spray paint it red, or wait for the inevitable black Mega WarGreymon or whatever he's called. I mean, you know what's going to happen. It totally can, and it totally should. And I really, really would like to see Bandai continue this line because it is quite the nice model. There is actually some functions. You can remove the wings and the shields and place them on some of the other hard points around on his body. I'm not going to bother with that. You can actually attach the claws together to make like some kind of a Buster Cannon Dramon killer or whatever it was called. But really, this is just a nice kit. It's big, like Master Grade Gundam big, and whoa, yeah, the pieces on the shield need a little bit of work there, but I mean, for the price, for the value, I want to say it was close to 4,000 yen. That's not bad considering its size. You can see my hand here just to get a good sense of scale. I'm laying him down there with our SD Gundam. I mean, you can see it's really quite impressive. So if you're looking for a Digimon model, and I don't know why you would be because you're weird like me otherwise, I was born and I think in college by the time Digimon was a thing anyways, so it's just kind of cool to have. But honestly, I'm really impressed with it, and it's a big, cool looking dragon, and you guys know me in reptiles, so what can I say? With that said, this is High Lord Tamerlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, and thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll stick around, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.